Welcome back to Fox and Friends. We're here live at the Indy 500 at the 110th Indy 500. And, of course, we're here also with the sad news about Kyle Busch. It's been revealed that the NASCAR legend collapsed on Wednesday while testing a racing simulator just before his untimely death.
Yeah, that's right. The cause of death, though, is still unknown, but a new 911 call revealing how Busch was found when EMTs arrived. Listen here.
I've got an individual that's shortness of breath, very hot, thinks he's going to pass out, and is producing a little bit of blood, coughing up some blood.
Is he awake?
He is awake. He's awake. He's on the bathroom floor right now.
The news rocked the racing world. Busch had competed just days earlier, including a win last week at Dover. With us now is Dr. Marc Siegel, Fox News senior medical analyst and the author of The Miracles Among Us. Doc, it's so great to see you this morning. Based on the limited amount of information that we have right now, what does it sound like may have happened here?
Well, you know, there's two things I'm thinking about. Both are related to the lungs. One is that the suddenness of his death and his shortness of breath and blood clot, coughing up blood, makes you think of a blood clot. A sudden blood clot would explain that. But what it doesn't explain is the severe sinus infection he was suffering from 10 days before, the fact that he asked a doctor for a shot. What was that shot? To me, it's likely an antibiotic. The fact that the G-forces inside those simulators can push infections from the sinuses further down towards the lungs. So I'm thinking pneumonia. I think either pneumonia or a blood clot to the lungs, or both, because sinus infections, severe sinus infections, can also lead to blood clots. I think the G-forces played a role, likely.
You know, you mentioned that shot that he asked for when he was on the track a few days earlier. Let's play that clip, and we'll come back and talk about it.
And can somebody try to find Bill Heisel? He's the Hendrick doctor guy. Tell him I need him after the race, please.
Hey, do you want Mr. Bill at your car or at your bus after the race?
Bus. I'm gonna need a shot.
Copy. He'll be at your bus.
What are your thoughts after hearing that?
Yeah, again, you know, that sounds like I want an antibiotic, or I'm suffering from some kind of severe infection, which we knew he was. And that would put it together that this whole thing, terrible tragedy for his family, would be pneumonia. The only thing is, though, that for a sudden onset of can't catch your breath, you know, and then he dies, and coughing up blood, again, pulmonary embolus is still a possibility. I think that the answer to that is probably already known by the family. The question is, will they release that information? The whole prodrome, what we call the prodrome, what this has led up to, makes me think of severe infection in the lungs.
Yeah, Dr. Siegel, we will hopefully find out more details, but as always, great insight, as all the fans that are at this race are going to be mourning the loss of a legend, Kyle Busch. Dr. Siegel, thank you very much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.